Picture this, you in the lab at 2 a.m., cuddled up with a 40-page PDF like it's the juiciest bedtime story ever written. You're nodding off between equations. You're drooling on the abstract, dreaming of autonomous unicorns while the references tuck you in. That's cute. If your goal is a lullaby, not a breakthrough. Some of y'all are out here reading research papers like they're Netflix shows. You're curled up, blanket over your lap, hot tea in hand, whispering to yourself like, ooh, look, they used a novel loss function. Stop it. This isn't story time, this is war. This is the trenches of innovation. This is the trenches of robotics. I'm not here to tuck you in. I'm here to snap you awake like a caffeine-powered thunderclap. You want to dominate robotics, not doze through it. So stop caressing papers and start dissecting them like a samurai with a laser scalpel. Here's how the big dogs eat, the 3-pass technique, the intellectual equivalent of a triple distilled espresso shot. First pass, you speed date that paper. Title, abstract, introduction, section headings, conclusion, and references. 30 seconds each tops. You've got 5 minutes max. You're not trying to understand the whole paper. You're trying to answer one question. Is this worth my time? Ask yourself, does this paper deserve a second breath of my precious brain power? If the answer is no, you swipe left on that bad boy like a boss who doesn't entertain mediocrity. Life's too short to read bad research papers. If it's yes, you kick down the door to pass number 2. Second pass, courtship mode. Now we're scanning figures, tables, and the heartbeat of the math without memorizing every symbol like a love-struck teenager. You're not deep diving just yet. You're building a mental map. Understanding the methodology, the results, the claims. Highlight claims, circle assumptions. Know any experiment that smells fishy. You're looking for red flags at this stage, the way a cybersecurity robot hunts down malware. You're focused, you're unblinking, you're relentless. Read the first sentence of each paragraph. Assess the terrain to identify the key concepts and points. And when something doesn't add up, scribble a big question mark, because question marks are cannonballs that blast holes in weak logic. Don't just look at the results, folks. Question them. Question them. What did they compare against? Did they cherry pick the baselines? Is this a real advance or just a repackaged idea with better marketing? Are you still intrigued? Good. Go on to the third pass. The third pass is marriage level commitment. And believe me, this is the prenup. This is where 99% of people quit. But this is where the real ones separate from the tourists. You trace every derivation, replicate every graph, run the author's code, or rebuild it from scratch if the authors were too shy to share. You go line by line, equation by equation. You're not just reading, you're interrogating. You're challenging the assumptions, you're rederiving the equations, you're recreating the experiments in your mind. If you can't reproduce it, that fancy claim is a cardboard robot in a rainstorm. It looks sharp until reality soaks it. But when the results stand tall, congratulations, you've earned a new weapon in your intellectual arsenal. And you did it without wasting weeks on fluff, because time, like CPU cycles, is a resource you must protect with your life. Let me drop you a pro tip. Build a template for your notes. Problem statement, methodology, data sets, results, flaws, open questions. Every paper is the same structure. Your brain will thank you. Your future self will worship you. And your colleagues will wonder if you're secretly an army of clones. Another weapon, peer discussion. Grab a teammate. Debate the paper like we're arguing Game 7 on ESPN. If you can't defend a claim out loud, you didn't understand it in silence. Iron sharpens iron, and loud, passionate dialogue sharpens intellect. Now, don't become a citation zombie, please. You know how many people cite papers they've never read. I'm talking about folks who are building careers off of the citation section of other people's citations. Quoting big names to sound smart without grasping the core idea is like flexing a Lamborghini you rented for an hour. Everyone can see through it. And remember, engineering is not a monastery, it's a gladiator arena where ideas fight to the digital death and only the robust survive. Your reading strategy is your sword and shield. 3 passes: skim, scan, slash, replicate or annihilate, document or discard. Simple formula, monumental payoff. So the next time someone brags that they read 15 papers this weekend, you smile politely and think, I digested 3, extracted gold, and forged a prototype. Quality beats quantity, the way a precision robot arm beats a shaky hand every single millisecond. This 3-pass technique won't make you a genius overnight, but it will save you years of wasted effort. It will help you smell the difference between hype and substance. And most importantly, it gives you power. Because when you know how to digest information with precision, when you stop being intimidated by 12-page latex jungles full of Greek letters and gradients, you become dangerous. So the next time you open a paper, don't read it like a bedtime story. You read it like a map to something you're about to build, break, or make better. And when you're done, don't just cite it, outwork it, outthink it, outbuild it. That's how we dominate in robotics. That's how we build the machines that will shape our world and our future. That's how we become unstoppable and keep building.
Automatic Addison.